Okay. Mm. And where did I put our bottle? Oh wait, I don't think I gave her a bottle yet. I need to do that at some point. Anyway, welcome. Figured this was something I could stream since nothing crazy is going on. Hope everyone's doing alright. Let me check to see if these pages have anything bad. Because I'm looking at what I have up there and I'm like, oh wait. 36, 31, 37. They're fine. Uh, you're fine. And you're fine. Okay. 31 I might have to be leery about, but I'll get there when I get there. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing alright. Trying to stream more. Last week was chaotic because of my birthday. Can you guys hear me at all? Okay, just checking. Because I remember one of the times I had that microphone issue, and so I realized my microphone just had to be all the way down. Yeah, like I probably played those games like a long time ago, and probably just didn't know the names of them at the time. Like I remember playing the original Dragon Ball before I even knew what the hell Dragon Ball was. Because like I didn't know Goku until like I don't know 1 or 2 years after that, and that was when I was like 5 or 6 when the original Dragon Ball aired. And then there was the version of Dragon Ball Z, which was done by Ocean. So I grew up with some things before they were even popular or well known. At least not in the West. But yeah, yeah, I played those type of games before. I remember playing it for a little bit. Like I never owned it, but I had a neighbor who had it, and I remember playing it briefly. And then of course there's the arcade games of jet-based games. R-Type was always a good series too. Yeah, I played Afterburner. The texture for that, right? Yeah, it is. Fuck, that is a difficult decision. If I could only pick one. Fuck. That is a incredibly hard decision. Okay, it's down to either whatever the hell Viro is supposed to be, whatever fucked up made up species I made for him, or something alligator based, or like an alligator bestial. If I'm able to pick like made up shit, then I'll pick Viro's race. If not, then I'll pick alligator bestial. But fuck me, that is a difficult decision. Because there are like several pros and cons to all of them. But I'm just gonna go with that. You're goddamn right. together. That too is a hard decision. I know you are asking the real questions here. Because almost anything works, at least in my universe. So it's like at this point you're just picking like your favorite species. I think I'd mix it up and go for like either a fox or a wolf. Like I think if I picked wolf, like you're gonna get a lot more fluff with that pick. But if you pick fox, then it's like more of like a reserve type of thing. Like they didn't intend on getting fat, but it kind of happened anyway. So it's kind of cute in that sense. So if I'm going by that angle, then I'd probably lean towards fox. More of the amusement of the build-up. Like if they start skinny first and then got fat, then I would pick fox. Or if you want to make it kinky, you can then have a fat snake girlfriend. There you go. Make things interesting. Look, there's almost no wrong answer here. At least not in my case, because I can pretty much make whatever work. That's what happens when you think on this shit for too long. Like you have years of planning to go like, alright, if this were to happen, how would I roll with it? And then of course there's always the pig girlfriends, because there's no downside to that. It's like, okay, they're just gonna be snack happy. Ooh, shark girlfriend would be good. That'd be a fun one. Fat shark girlfriend. Like she's like toned, but she still has like that gut. And like even though she plays it off, it's like, ah, yeah, well, it's gotta go somewhere type of thing. She could be like a little reserved behind the scenes and be cute. Or just have them be just go full on with it, like they don't give a fuck. See, there's multiple ways to make this work. See, there's no wrong answer. It just makes it fun. Yeah, let's not do that. Just do it this way. There we go. I need to draw more random scenarios of just like random citizen characters just doing random shit. Like, oh, I'm just gonna chug this whole fucking keg of beer for no fucking reason. I need to draw stuff like that. That's what I want to do once I'm done with the Astacasts. Just more casual shit. Yeah, I do. I only have like 2. 3 if you count the dolphin. 4 if you count one of the Gadians. So yeah, I definitely need to... Actually, I might have 5. But yeah, I definitely need to make more. I do not have many. Actually, I forgot about him, so yeah, I think I have like 5 or so. 5 or 6. Yeah. Need to draw more fat bug characters too. There's a lot of shit I need to do. Like, there's so much I need to do. Like, focus on mechanical characters, characters that get turned into machines, cyborgs, aliens. Like, it's not like I haven't thought of any of this, I just haven't shown it. Like, a lot of this stuff is in, like, a folder that I just haven't delved into deep enough. Like, some characters have been scanned and uploaded onto my computer, but not all of them have been posted. A lot of them need, like, reworks and redesigns and stuff nowadays. That's why I want to do the slice of life stuff when I'm done with the Astacast, just so I can, like, show characters that may or may not have big roles or whatever. Or, like, may not show up at all. It's like, well, this character exists, I kind of drew them for the sake of drawing them, but here they are. Let's put this on this side. I mean, a lot of them will probably show up as cards for my card game, so there's that at least. They're not gonna, like, not be used for anything, so they're more likely gonna appear as a card. But, yeah. Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do with the Secrets comic. Once I start, or stop being slow at it. I want to show off, like, characters that aren't going to show up very often, but at least, you know, show they exist. I know, if I can just figure out how to, 1, have eternal youth, and 2, have eternal life, then yeah, I'll just draw forever. I mean, that sounds like a fine trade-off. It's like, oh, eternity? Eternity to draw? Sure, why not? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. One, I've been practicing on doing a faster rendering stuff for comics, and, like, I'm gonna start changing up how I do rendering for each tier and stuff like that to make things easier and, you know, make more sense based on what it is I'm working on. And then I'm thinking of focusing on just, like, one comic at a time. That way I can get through it faster and then get to the next thing faster, and so on and so on. Because I think that's just the better idea. Unless it's like, if I do, like, Secrets, for example, and Secrets is just primarily black and white, and it's just that and then the primary comic, then sure, maybe. We'll have to see how I go about the future Secret comics, because I might even lessen what I do with that based on how I'm currently doing it. So once I figure all that out and get that proper and all that, then, you know, that's going to be the course I would like to take. So you get both the price of eternity with now making sure you get proper races. Yeah, if she ends up becoming going on through eternity with me, then yeah, she'll be like, bitch. Unless I become magical and just say, fuck it, Becky's real now. And then show a harp on my ass, going like, hey, get some sleep. I'm like, fine. And she's like, don't find me, and then yeah. God help me if Becky ever became real. I'd be like, Jesus, fuck, you're real now. And she's like, yeah, bitch. Move over. And she brings in her junk. Her luggage and all that. And I'm just gonna sit there going like, God damn it, she's real now. Oh yeah, definitely. Her fat ass will take over the whole bed. I can see, like, a moment where she's like, where she, like, notices that it's cold at night or whatever, and she's like, hey, you can come in the bed, you know. And then I'm like, okay, fine. So I get in first, not thinking anything of it, and then her fat ass gets in, just squishes me towards the wall, and she just straight up says like good night, and that's it. I'm just like good night as I'm being crushed by her ass, and that would probably be the best sleep ever. Like well rested. Oh, she probably just replaced like 2/3 of the fridge with alcohol. I'd probably have to buy a second fridge just to have my own food in there. And see, this is why eternity would be fun. Because if I could do shit like that, if I somehow became a god, that's exactly what I would do. Like, I thought about all the other important shit, like, oh, you can solve blank by blank problems, and it's like, yeah, I technically could, but there's like a slew of problems that come with that. Breakfast in bed, right? If Douglas became a god, yeah, that's pretty much it. You just make everything fucking weird. Fix up those eyebrows a bit. But yeah, like if you could literally do anything, you'd have to really be careful with things like preventing death and time travel. Especially time travel, because if you do something that prevents you from becoming, well, if you do something that prevents you from becoming a god, then that would be like a weird paradox type of thing. But anything that would just, you know, fuck it up, you'd have to really think on. It's like, okay, if I prevented this person from dying, what would happen? So unless you could like see possible timelines type of thing, then that's its own discussion. Wedge between Marcy's. Oh yeah. Well, for starters, Douglas wouldn't even know who the fuck Marcy is. So, if there's anyone's ass he's gonna get stuck between, it's probably Jams. Or Pumpkin Pie. Most likely Pumpkin Pie, because she's definitely the type to not fucking notice. And if she did notice, she probably wouldn't get up anyway. You'd be like, Pumpkin, I'm stuck under your ass. And she's like, well, you should have moved before I sat down. She's like, I ain't getting up until after my show. But your show's on a 5-hour marathon. Well, you better get comfortable. And the only way she's gonna be moving after that is if fucking Apricot forces her to. Assuming Apricot finds him. The Apricot, or she'd be like, Pumpkin Pie, have you seen Douglas? And Pumpkin, and you'll hear like a roo, roo, roo. And Pumpkin Pie will like get comfortable on the couch as she's like squishing her ass or like moving it around and shit, and she'd be like, nope. Just look at her dead in the eyes and just say no while she's, I don't know, taking a handful of popcorn or whatever the fuck she's eating. And then in the background you'll just have Plum going like, it should have been me, not him. It's not fair. Yeah, I like that one Stephen King book. Yeah, that's why in time travel you really gotta consider shit. Or at least if you have the ability to foresee the changes of time, if you were to meddle, then, you know, obviously use that as consideration. So it doesn't fuck anything else up. But if it's too much, then don't bother. It's like, as much as you would like to prevent certain things, you're better off not doing it. Unless the changes are like incredibly minute. Yeah, that's what I was thinking with her moving her butt. Was the bubble bath thing. But she's like doing it in a way of just getting comfortable. and pretending that she doesn't know where Douglas is. Okay, so did all that. Next step. I mean, the proxies notice what the girls do, but then it just resets anyway. Because they're not real. Douglas seems to be the only one that's capable of continuity. So if anything gets carried over, it'll probably be him. I think after the current chapters that I'm working on are done, I might put it up to a vote on what I work on next. And I'll just keep it as a singular project. Like, I'm not going to work on multiple things at once. If I do, then secrets would be the only other thing, but I still need to tweak how I'm going to work on those after the current way I'm doing it. But the idea ultimately is to get through things faster. They probably got their goth fashion from Mortals, but their initial clothing is by default. They just have it, or at the very least was influenced by other gods. Tiffany's story would be interesting, but I'm more likely to work on that after after I have Volume 2 is over. Because I think Tiffany's is next. Yes, Tiffany is next. Because for Black Circus, is it Skylar who's next or is it Blake? I'm pretty sure it's Skylar and then Blake. I have to look because I had that freaking roadmap for like a long ass time ago. And it doesn't technically need to be in that particular order, but probably better off if it was. Oh yeah. I mean, Becky can come at any point. Like the The moments in time aren't too important. Kind of just depends. But I'll look it over. Yes, Plum is next in Greenfield. Yeah, that's the reason why I want to change up how I'm doing things, because I have to acknowledge that I can't go 11 all the time with comics. I mean, I could, but that'd be like like 1 or 2 pages a month, or not a month, a week, which is already the strain that it's on right now. And that's been me for several reasons, but I'm not gonna go into that. But yeah, that's why I want to change things up so I can move on faster. But I don't want to like severely lower the quality. And I need to be careful on how I do this so I don't erase anything important. Yeah, it's the lesson I've had to learn. But the only reason why I haven't like switched immediately is because I like consistency at least. So I don't want to just do it mid chapter. I at least want to change up what I do at the end of a chapter. My original mindset was like I don't want to change it during an entire volume, but I'm like, that might have to be the case. But that's why I'm trying to like find ways to do what I do without losing quality. So I've already been tinkering around with that for comics and stuff like that. But yeah, that's why I've been putting the time into learning new stuff. I mean, she basically just looked like her mom. That's kind of it, really. Like without the red hair, because the red hair comes from something else. But she probably just looked like her mom. That's pretty much it. Pretty much it, really. Maybe not blonde, because that can be up in the air. But she just look like her mom. Nah, because the red hair comes from the part squirrel that she is. But yes, she's a redhead because of the squirrel part of her. Never stick your dick in crazy. I mean, it wasn't just one dick. It was like 14 or however many fucking people I said. Yep, it's like the second thing that shows up in her bio. Let me double check, because it's been a while since I looked at it. Yep, it's the second thing to show up. She is wolf, squirrel, raccoon, hawk, duck, shark, giraffe, bovine, goat, mantis, tiger, alligator, kangaroo, and horse. You are literally fucking the farm on that one. Well, she's not part pig, but you get my point. But she does have 2 stomachs. Should do an art set of Becky's high school days. When she was going through her phases. She is technically goth. She just doesn't show it off very often anymore. But she's definitely more into metal and shit like that. Just have her listen to fucking Metalocalypse and she'll sit there and jam. Nothing happened really. Just said that I should probably make a art set of Becky going through her phases and when she was in high school. Like have her dress up as goth or during her chubby phase or some shit. Whatever comes to mind, really. That would be interesting. It'd also be interesting that she even had a plushie. What caused her chubby phase? Just growing up. Like hormones and stuff like that. And, being several creatures put together might fuck with her eating habits. So, can see her just getting like a shit ton of meat, whether it be raw or not. can see her attracting boys during that time, just having a big fat ass, and they're all just staring at her, and she's like, "What?" And he's like, "Nothing," and they're just like, "Nothing." You're like, "Yo, you know that Becky chick?" It's like, "Yeah." It's like, "She kind of hot." Oh yeah. It's like, "You want to fuck?" And it's like, "Yeah." It's like, "What'd you need the plushie for?" She could have just did that with her fingers. And she's just being a little shit if she just wanted to use a plushie. Oh yeah, Blake having to deal with that. Well, Blake kind of instigated that type of scenario. Not that she gives a shit, but she was having a rebellious moment as well. Hello, welcome. Spontaneous stream tonight. Figured I can stream this since it's not showing anything ridiculous anyway. Well, nothing risque. God, I'd love to have a fucking website where I can just do whatever on. I mean, technically that's Picardo, but Picardo has its own ups and downs. That, and I wouldn't be able to. Well, depending on what it was, but I still wouldn't be able to post it on YouTube. YouTube's weird. It's like, yes, you can post this, but you can't do it in this way, and I'm like, why? Can we just have, like, YouTube Black or something, or whatever version of YouTube that can just allow adult content? And if there's advertisers that want to post on that version of YouTube, then we can just have that version, please. I don't know why it's so fucking hard. We already have fucking YouTube Kids, just make YouTube adults. There, done. It's not difficult at all. Like, fuck it, YouTube, buy fucking Pornhub, convert it, do it. And make several different versions of it, so like, you have the adult ones and you have like the artist ones / cartoons, like adult cartoons. Then their money. People don't have to fucking hold back anymore. And don't get me started on people having to censor themselves during videos by making up fucking dumbass words. It's like, guys, just say the words you're trying to say. You're not a kids channel and you never were. Unless you are for kids, and in which case, why the fuck are you talking about those topics? Yeah, it's not even good. It doesn't even do what it was designed to do anyway. Because it's overrun with those mass-produced cartoons that are adult-oriented anyway. And they make so many fucking channels that even if you were to get one banned off the site, there's like 20 more. So YouTube Kids doesn't even do its own job. Which, to be fair, I can't expect YouTube to completely rule over everything. Like, they're not gonna. It's impossible. There's too many channels going on. But at least, like, you know, if they're aware of certain channels and sites or whatever, and pages being, like, you know, exploitative, then they need to, you know, jump on that. But other than that, you know, it is what it is. Alright, have a good night. But yeah, like, I don't expect YouTube in general to, like, be able to take every single thing down. And assuming humans even do moderate the site, you know, I can't expect them to look over millions of videos at a time, especially when some videos are like an hour long, so it's impossible. The only time I get pissed off about YouTube is when they say they manually looked over a video, but the video is like an hour long, but like they looked it over and judged it in like 5 minutes or less. Usually it's like 5 seconds, but they say, "Oh yeah, we looked it over manually and it's still bad." And it's like you looked at it took you 5 seconds to go through it from the previous message, and that is impossible when it's an hour-long video. So don't give me that shit. And sadly, you know that some of the YouTube mods are like people who are power trips, so they'll just decide if they want certain videos to exist or not because of their own morality scale and not the rules of the site itself. Oh yeah, she was arrested. She didn't tell Joanne about that part. Yeah, some of the because those videos are being considered educational in air quotes, like yoga or what, like naked yoga and stuff like that. So all of that is available on YouTube to watch because it's considered educational. And to be fair, YouTube has said that that was a thing you could do, even when they have that video of what's not okay and not okay. That is allowed. Which is why you were able to show nudity. That's why when I posted that stuff, people were like, "How are you able to show nudity?" And it's like, because it's in YouTube rules. Because nobody reads it or watches the video, so I know what exactly can be put on YouTube. But you have to do it in a particular way. So a character can be naked, but you can't have them fucking, or fluids and stuff like that. And then they also say that even if a character is fully clothed or a person is fully clothed, you can still get in trouble for lewdness and stuff like that in mature content, but it has to be in a particular way. So if you know how to skirt around that, then there you go. At this point, is just don't hate the player, hate the game. My only beef is when the people in charge of the game are making up bullshit rules. Or like saying that people broke a rule that they didn't break. And then other people like, well, if they broke terms of service, then they shouldn't be breaking terms of service. Like, well, they didn't. So, what now? And then at that point, he's like, well, it's YouTube science. Like, well, that's stupid. Why have rules then? At this point, terms of service should just say, because we said so. And that's it. I mean, that's basically what Twitch does. But yes, Red has been arrested before. She's not squeaky clean. I mean, never was. She never alluded to that she's a good person. She's better off now than she was when she was younger, but definitely had her problems. And you know, eating people probably wasn't a good thing for her to do. She was hot when she was younger. She'd probably eat you for that unless you explained yourself very, very well. She'd be like, bitch, explain. She's like, explain before you become dinner tonight. She's like, explain before I save money on dinner. Now, I want to say in her 30s. I want to say, did I have that written down anywhere? I don't think I did. Let me check. Uh, don't think I hammered in on her age at all. No. Yeah, I want to say she's in her 30s. I can see her being more of like Toriel and Vanilla's build. Well, Toriel's build if we're going with her being canonically chubby. I can see her having that kind of build when she's much older. Like when she's in her like mid to late 40s, she just like stops giving a fuck. I mean, she kind of stopped giving a fuck right now, but she's a little bit more active currently. But yeah, I could never see her just having like a chubby grandma build. And I say grandma because of the fucking glasses, because she's literally just a reference to Red Riding Hood. I mean, literally, that's her whole thing. That was literally her whole gimmick. Okay, I think we're good on this. Yeah, whatever lighting I do to that. So the rest of this should be fine, unless I need to come back to it. Don't forget to save. Save your shit. Right? It's like I can see one of her friends is looking at her going like, you look like a grandma with those glasses. She's like, it's for the look, damn it. It's like it's an aesthetic, damn. She gets all pissy. Like she's Red Riding Hood, the big bad wolf, and the grandma all rolled into one. Oh yes, the turducken. I remember seeing that. Did they only call it the turducken on what was it called on YouTube? Epic Mealtime. No, they called it something else. Fuck. Now I need to look that up. The turbacon. That's what it was. It was like 5 birds stuffed into each other and then stuffed into a pig. That's what it was. God damn, I haven't watched that thing forever. Turbacon centipede? What the fuck is that? That I have not watched. I'll have to watch that later. Yes, Epic Mealtime should just be what Skylar watches for inspiration. He's like, I need ideas. Fucking turns that on. Just sits there, and he's like, yeah, my wife could eat that. Oh yeah, I'm sure it probably existed before all that, but yeah, yeah, that's probably like Skylar's favorite channel. Just watching Epic Mealtime. Not only does he watch it for inspiration, but he also fantasizes of Marcy eating that stuff, and so he just makes it himself. He's like, yeah, this is what we're doing tonight. Marcy gets home, or whatever the hell she does all day. Oh no, Skylar gets home with the stuff ready. That way, assuming Marcy doesn't go anywhere. But if she does go somewhere, she comes home to that. Just a giant fucking dinner table of stuff that he's been making all day. And she's like, "What is this?" And he's like, "Oh, it's like you're here for dinner." No, he makes all that for date night for when the kids are out. Like the kids are visiting their family or whatever, and so she comes home to that. Skylar makes sure she sits her fat ass right in front of the television as they cuddle, and she stuffs her face. And then after she's done, and she's stuffed. Then they, well, assuming he can even get her to want to waddle over to their bedroom, that's when they go fuck. uh, see, it's discussions like this that gets me through the day, or even just brainstorming ideas like this gets me through the day. Talks like this is my lifeblood. It's like, yes, that's a good idea. Now, how can we make it horny? Let's erase some of this. Don't want to overwhelm on it. Yeah, exactly. She's like, why do I smell bacon? And is that fish? Wait. And she's like smelling like several different things that she likes all at once. And she just starts drooling. Like, she's so used to it, she just starts salivating. Becky's like the genetic turducken. She would be like, I will find you and I will kill you. If she was real. She's like, who said that? Who the fuck said that? I'd just be like, run. It's like, but she doesn't know where I live. Run. It's like, just assume she knows where you live and run. Nah, she probably wouldn't go that far. She'd probably just like say some rude remark here and there, or pick at something that she can exploit from you, and not give a fuck, or get drunk. You know, whatever comes first. Yeah, I could see that. They just chillin'. Luna would likely get along with Becky too. Especially if Becky kept bringing booze. You'd be like, yo, Becky, what are you doing here? It's like, bitch, it's 9 a.m. for fucking drinking. Mm-hmm. I think there would be a point where Luna would have to, like, take it easy because she'd be coming home drunk like way too many times. That'd become a problem. I would just say keep Luna away from the underground, unless she wants to commit crimes. I think Red would see Luna and just say that's cute. Although I could see Red, like, coming to Luna's aid if some asshole was, like, you know, just like bothering the fuck out of her. And, like, Luna's on the point of just, like, I don't know, going for his throat or something. But then Red just comes up behind him and just devours him. And Luna's like, whoa! And Red would be like, "What?" It's like, "Oh, you weren't into him, were you?" And it's like, "What? No, he was being an asshole." Oh, okay, then nothing's missed. Then nothing important was lost. And then you could see Luna for like the rest of the evening just constantly looking at Red's belly. As the random asshole is being digested. That would be fun. Oh, really? It's like, hey, apply for the military, and I'll be like, do you have cyber babes? No. Then I don't know. That's kind of a deal breaker there. Okay, I'll give you guys another chance. Do you have gator women in the military? Also, no. I'm gonna have to decline then. I'm sorry. Like, I'm all patriotic and all that, but if we don't have gator women, you know, representing our country, then I don't know what to believe in anymore. Thank you. I'm trying. I've said that to a person once. They were trying to. This was like, God, I think I was going to college during this time. Like, somebody was trying to give me religion pamphlets or something, and I straight up said, "Does it have Raptor Jesus?" And they're like, "No," and I was like, "Well, then I'm gonna have to decline." And I just walked away after filling my car up with gas because it was at a gas station. And then I think like that same day, I like got curious and looked up Raptor Jesus on the internet, and sure enough, there's an action figure of him. And I was like, "What?" I should find that and order that just for the fuck of it, just because. Yeah, I think that is fine. I think we're good on that. Oh yeah, it was super old by then. And yeah, like nothing against whatever they believe in, but you know, I have standards. My bar isn't high, but it is weird. Oh yeah, definitely. They will push it to its fullest, possibly overdo it. It will die, and then years later it will come back, and it'll be just as good as before it died. And then it'll do it all over again. All about timing. But yeah, military. If you want me in, thick gator women. Just saying. Who wouldn't want to be behind that? It's like on my sixth search, he's like, sir, yes, sir, get right on that ass. It's like, take cover, I'm on it, and then you just fire on her ass. There you go. Just go. Take your gun, hide behind, hide on behind her tail. There you go. Swamp missions would be a breeze. Something happens to you, you know she'll carry your ass. I see this as a total win. See, now I'm gonna have to draw that later. Of just thick gator women in the military. Getting medals by President Steele. Oh yeah, I've seen that. There was like one video of a shark that remembered a diver that it had been in contact with like years prior and still remembered him. Same thing for alligators and crocodiles. They do the same shit. It's like, hey, I know who you are. And they come and be all playful and say hi and all that. Of course, never assume that all animals do that shit, but the ones you have trained and all that, yeah, they'll definitely be like fucking puppies. Oh yeah, it's always funny where every single person's like, "Oh my god, she's gonna eat his head, eat his head." Like, oh, this is what. Oh no, remember what mantises do? And all of them forget that that Emerald and Andy show up in the I Hat One. Oh yeah, she did take his head all the way to the base. They were not wrong. That's what she did, and she'll do it again too, as many times as he wants. Cause she's a good wife. Oh yeah, she is a very happy wife. Yeah, I like that pose too. Try to make things as interesting as I could. But Jesus fuck, it is so hard to get characters in good poses like that. because especially if you're doing like animal characters, because you gotta account for stuff that you wouldn't normally have to think about for humans. And even with humans, you gotta like, all right, so this area is over here and this is over here, so proportionally this should be like this. And if the character is fat, then how would that work? And you have to think about at least in like some realistic sense, because you know mass just doesn't disappear. But hopefully I did a good enough job. Yes, yes, snake belly, big belly. Let's see, we're on page 38. I wanna say that Black Circus will end between, well, this chapter will end between 45 and 50. That's assuming I need that many pages. Because we gotta get to the bar. Because I can end it right when they get there, or at least walk inside. And then can stop the chapter from there and then move on to whatever else I want to do. Nope, I did not. I'll probably see clips of it on the internet or randomly on television. Been too busy drawing snake bellies and fucking wolf grandma glasses. I don't know, whatever the fuck I'm trying to say. You know me, I'm too busy drawing this shit. Oh yeah, you're probably like fucking asleep at that point. You're like, bitch, I have work. The best thing to draw. I mean, drawing in general is the best thing. Shit. So much goddamn freedom. Until people say, nah, you can't draw that because blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, fuck you. It's like, I will draw what I want, when I want. Like, you're already trying to fuck video games, and you can't fuck this for me. It's like, screw that. Fucking Concord. I was like, oh no, Concord didn't do well. I was like, yeah, no shit. It's like, everything you did to him, what were you expecting? None of the characters were interesting. All of their costumes look like shit. Some of the characters didn't even make sense with their abilities. No, no, no. I'll be quiet. I really got much ain't got much to say on it anyway. It's just it was a shit game, and then it died in a week. Yeah, I saw a post of that. I haven't clicked on the video, but it was like what, almost $800 or some shit. And I'm like, my dude, I can't do stuff so early in the morning. Becky would just be like, bitch, 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 take the shot. But yeah, it's like, oh, we're gonna do this. It's like, Sony, did you not learn your lesson when you tried to sell a $500 console and that failed so fucking hard? And it's literally the same company too. It's fucking Sony. They learned nothing. Because they had this problem when they were top shit back in like what 360 days or some shit. It was like, oh, okay, we're top dog, blah 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 blah. At least until the Wii fucking destroyed them. But it was like, okay, we're on top, or maybe that was PS4, whatever. They were on top and they started making stupid decisions, and then Nintendo did the same thing when they started when the Switch was successful. They started making dumb decisions, and it's like this is just a fucking cycle. They do this every time. Every time one of them becomes popular, they start making dumbass decisions. Oh yeah, this is definitely Becky. Gets up in the morning. Like I should totally do this when I start doing this slice of life stuff. Just Becky wakes up in the morning, has bedhead, yawns and hobbles over to the kitchen, pulls out like just make this all like just like slow and simple. Just hobbles over, grabs a box of cereal from the cupboard, puts it on the table, walks over to the fridge, opens it up, scratches her ass, pulls out the milk. Makes herself a bowl of cereal, and before she takes the first bite, she takes out a flask, or she grabs her flask, or wherever the hell she had it, and just pours it into her cereal, and then just eats. Ah, that'd be fun. Okay, I think we're good on that. One more step to do. Let's try this at 70. See what happens. Yeah. I mean, every company's gonna fucking do this. Like right now, they're trying to do that with AI. So good luck with that. And I'm sure AI will be successful in some areas, but there's always going to be something that will require actual employees to meddle around with. So it can't take over every job, but there's going to be a point where AI fucks itself. I mean, it's already fucking itself. It's too expensive to even keep up anyway. And the only people that really benefit are the users of AI, not the company itself. And then all people really have to do is just siphon from people that do use AI and be like, alright, you made all this shit with AI? Cool, thanks for the reference. Honestly, I think one of the most shitty things I've seen with AI was somebody working on a artwork during a stream, and I think they were like, I don't know, maybe like midway done at the time, and somebody took that stream, took the screenshot of the stream, put it through AI, posted it on Twitter, and then tried to say that the artist copied them. And everyone was like, dude, bullshit. Plus, their plan didn't exactly work anyway because, you know, the stream exists, so there's timestamps, so the person was full of shit. Well, I mean, it was obvious that the person was full of shit, but it's like, their plan had flaws to begin with. Like, I don't know what they were expecting. It's like, dude, what was your plan here? And then, sure enough, you know, they got shit on by like the internet itself at that point. was like, I don't know what you were expecting, but wasn't definitely wasn't that. Yeah, I can do that. Trying to keep myself from zooming in too much because I need to stop trying to put in details that most people are never gonna fucking notice or see. It's like, oh, I gotta make sure I get that mole. It's like, dude, the panel is like 2 inches. No one's gonna notice it anyway, unless it's like a close-up shot. Can't wait for more Kamen Rider. That's gonna be the shit. So far, I'm liking Gav. Gav's really good so far. I mean, it's only 2 episodes, but those were good 2 episodes. I just hope they keep it serious. It's made by or is written by the same. From what I heard, it's written by the same person who made Lupin Ranger versus Bat Ranger, and that was a hell of a good season. I enjoyed that one. Yeah, you take care. I'll probably stream until 11 or for like another 30 minutes. So yeah, you have a good day and be safe. And I'll keep going until 11, and then I'll probably call it before I finish this up. Or I'll call it for the stream and finish this up afterwards. That heard me nerd out. I mean, all it takes is to talk about something I'm interested in, and I'll ramble on. Especially if I'm passionate about it. Yeah, we're nearing the end for this anyway. Like, I'm not gonna stream the dialogue, but I'm pretty close to being done with this anyway. There's only like a few more, well, a few steps, but it's not even like a lot. And then I just have to do the backgrounds, which aren't going to take long anyway, because I've already established where they are. All I gotta do is the police background for the middle panel. Then I'll probably take a short break, and then I'll probably work on Secrets because I want to get another page of that out. Try to have that done by tomorrow. And then probably work on another Black Circus after that. And if I can, I'd like to work on Patreon stuff this weekend. Get those out of the way. Alright, I think we're good on that. I just need to do this, the mark on Joanne's face. Still a little bruised. Yeah, that should be enough. Doesn't have to be major. Okay. I need to do her glasses. Put those in afterwards. New Wolf Mom? There's another one now? Oh. Yeah, I can definitely see someone's like calling her mommy, and she's like, "I'm not your mom." And you're like, "Eat me, mommy." And he's like, "Bitch, I will." Is that a bot? Who are you and why? No, not a bot. Just, at least I don't think it is. I don't. It might be. Nah, it's probably not. If it is, I'll deal with it later. I don't know what it's trying to say anyway. Do. Do. Yeah, I can totally see Red's friends calling her grandma. She's like, "I'm not a grandma." I can see like anytime she like ends up like not wanting to do something or becomes boring or something, her friends just call her grandma. It's like, "Oh yeah, that's right. Grandma can't have fun with us tonight. She's gotta go back and get ready for bed." She's like, then you'll just piss her off. But she knows that they're just fucking with her, but it's still fun to see them badger him. And like one of her friends will be like, "All right, grandma." And she's like, "You're older than me." Yay! And yeah, like people say that about a lot of my characters. Like, "Hey, I like so and so, but I'm not into weight gain, or I'm not into whatever the hell, whatever the hell, fucking or Andy and Emerald are like sex slave stuff, or you know, people can like you can like the characters and not the theme. Like that's perfectly fine. I'm not gonna judge you on that. Why would I? Okay, I need your eyes. But yeah, like you don't have to dismiss characters just because they don't they do a theme that you're not into. Oh yeah, Red's on the chubby side anyway. She's got a decent sized pooch belly and a pretty plump ass and some thick thighs. Like she's definitely not skinny. She's not fat though, just chubby. Chubby, leaning on a little bit on the thick side. And then there's many variants of vor, not just swallow the person and digest them and that's it. There are ranges to it, like most things. Okay, those are good. Oops. Need some barbecue first. But set a nice plump pig in front of her and she'll have a hard time saying no. Oh yeah, glasses. I should do her glasses now. So I'm 30 years or something like this. Yeah, it's on 30. That she is. Okay. Next step. Let me just grab what I need. But yeah, glad I decided to rework her. She is definitely better off now than when she was left to be an old design. Hair. Let's make this bigger. You know what? Let's just redo this. Make it better. This seems too big. This 7 is fine. Thank you. Yeah, like I tried to have her younger look be similar to her old artwork. Because technically that is when she was younger, because that was when I first made her. So it tracks. How did I use that one? Some gloss on her makeup. Not so much. Let's darken this one a bit. Yeah, I think back in the day when I made her, it was mostly just like, oh, I want to make my own Red Riding Hood story. Never got around to it. But now that she's been redesigned and put into Black Circus, I can do some of that idea. Which is why I did her backstory on, eating a pig classmate. Well, wasn't really a classmate, just somebody she saw at school or knew vaguely of at school, and then decided to eat her. Or once she was able to actually do that, she did it. Like she fantasized about it, and then once she was given the opportunity to do so, she put it into play. Yep. Like she may be working at a shady business, but that doesn't mean she can't look nice. She's like, hey, I can look pretty. I could totally see her though, like if she were to try going on dates and they just don't work out for whatever ridiculous reason, or maybe just the person's just an asshole or whatever. I could see her just eating them with no fucks given. Because unlike most people, she gets the privilege of being able to use that serum outside of business. Around her nose a bit. But I guess you're doing that like on rare occasions. Like it's not going to be like a constant thing that she does. But only eats the ones who are just like total assholes. You're like, I don't need your shit. And got Joanne. Here should do it. Could do that. Let's see how that would look. Not too bad. Let's lessen it a bit. I can go with that. Could do the things just a little bit. Not a lot, just a little. Oh yeah, I still need to do that part. Almost forgot it. Okay, I think pretty much done. But let me grab that other part right over here. Before I forget. Da, 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 da. Might do some stuff. Because it's not exactly part of it. Especially if I do lighting, I'm gonna have to take that into account. But I'll mess with it when it comes up. Alright, I'm gonna stop for now. Um, it's pretty much almost done. All I gotta do is the backgrounds, the lighting, because they're inside um, Joanne's room, assuming I even put in lighting, and then the dialogue, and it's pretty much done. So it'll probably be up sometime tonight, probably in like another hour or two, maybe less. But yeah, gonna try to stream again. I want to say tomorrow, but I don't know. So if not tomorrow, then maybe Thursday. Um, Friday at the latest, but you know, I'll post on Discord like I usually do. But yeah, because I'm again trying to stream more often, but sometimes there's just some stuff that I can't stream, and so unless I feel like streaming it on Picardo, I just boil it down to not bothering. Like I need to do more Picardo because Picardo, I don't know. I'll have to find things to do with Picardo because I'm getting to the point where I'm not gonna bother with it anymore. But I don't know. We'll figure that out. But yeah, I will stream again soon and let you guys know on Discord. But yeah, I'm gonna call it. It'll probably take a short break before I get back to working on this, and then I'll post it when it's ready. All right. Thank you everybody for coming. I hope you guys have a good day, night, evening, whatever time zone you're in right now. And you guys take care, okay? Bye bye.